Okay, we resume even though I should have done this 2 days ago. No introduction for you this time. We will just be grabbing puppets. So, let's do that. Okay, we have the, fuck, why is this so hard to get my hand in? I don't remember this happening. Oh, Jesus. Japanese duck, which I don't know who has it. I think Corey sold it. I don't know. And I'm the only person to have this, I honestly don't remember. It's ugly. End of story. It's also really hard to get your hand into, which again I don't remember, but okay. We have another Japanese puppet that's a little less weird. A little. Japanese Vincent, which just looks ever so slightly off. Like, it's not like it looks bad, but there's just something about it that doesn't look right. I don't know how to explain it. It looks fine, and it's obviously in good condition because it sort of can't tear. That's like saying, oh yeah, my Tri-Illusion, it tore. Anyways, we have a weird one. I don't know why this one exists. If you ripped this part off, it would be the penguin, which I was debating, but So, it's the Myna bird, and it's got like Cheeto dust on it. I don't know if you see that. I don't know what that is. It's weird, and it's the penguin, but it's not. Let's rip this thing off. Okay, fine. I'm not gonna rip it off. It did create this very tiny tear. We have a very obscure one. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this. Brad? I don't know who this is. It came in the lot is the purple cow lot, and it's condition. For an L&L puppet, it's not bad, but I don't know what to do with him besides for put him in the bin. And also not use him ever or he will die. I mean, even though it doesn't feel like one of those that'll collapse in your hand like the tiger did. Another weird one with an unfortunately placed tear. The zebra, which is right where your thumb goes. So if you ever want to film this, just beware of the finger. Because there's no other place to put your finger at all. Because this thing, as you can see, is way too big. It's just a weird one, really. Like, I can't even get a good angle of it. I mean, it's kind of cool, and I wish more of these were made, because there was one that wasn't in the alphabet set, but good luck. Like, seriously, have fun. Okay, we've got my favorite puppet of all time. No question about it. It's so good, and I love it, and it's definitely... Well, actually, it is kind of rare. The hippo, which... Remember Bard? Like, the Bard one of this being hard to get your hand into? This one is worse and literally impossible. This is the most you can move its mouth. It looks like this, too. I paid $10 for it. It came with some other random lion puppet that I just sent to George. For some reason I have this reflex of automatically moving the puppet away from the camera after 2 seconds. I need to stop that. Okay, grabbing more puppets. Alright, we have... I don't have a good thing to say about this. The kangaroo, which is just kind of weird, like... What? It's so weird. Shockingly, this was never made outside of the ABC puppet set, but it's in ridiculously good condition, no tears at all. There's not like multiple layers. Well, technically there are if you count the pouch. But there's not multiple layers, and the layer that there is surprisingly thick, so it's actually in good condition. For some reason, the puppets with multiple layers tend to tear away easier because each layer is super thin, and then the ones with just one layer are thick, so they don't immediately die. This is another one of those, which also it's the frog, and they did not mean to make this thing as big as it is. Cause like, you can kind of barely close the mouth, and then when you do, it looks like this. And they also don't have the blue things on the knee-deep frog. It's just eyes. It's kind of ugly. So sorry. We have two weird ones, like, I don't know how to describe them besides for weird. The cleanup king with a very good looking trunk, definitely not a funny thing. It's just weird. The trunk stitching does not look phallic at all. It's strange. I know Baby Vigo has this one. Yay. We also have the cleanup queen, which is definitely significantly different, besides for not having tusks. It's about as weird. Neither of them have any tears except for mild peeling of the purple fabric. This doesn't happen on any other puppet except for the purple ones, because if you look over there, the purple cow has it too, but you can't see it because it's far away. When I get to it, you'll be able to see that it's peeling and is sad. Okay, we also have the vulture, which I think Boston has. The mouth hole is tiny, but kind of not a bad thing. Because you could be like the frog and have it be way too big, or the zebra. I don't have anything to say about this one except for this eye's not doing too hot, because it's like half off the fabric. Also, his pupil goes outside of the eye, and it just, yeah. Little errors in the stitching, but no tears. Definitely like bad, just kind of weird. Also, this thing is hanging down instead of up, and that makes me very mad, and I'm gonna fix it. It does not want to fix itself. Okay. Oh man, we have some really good puppets coming up. The best one I own by far. I'm so glad this is the only puppet I've ever found at the thrift store. Well, I think I've found like non-actual bee ones, but Kids 2 Neptune looks really, really good. I mean, just incredible design. I now see why people call this a frog. And I don't have anything to say. Funny Cory joke. We will now... There we go. Okay, we have some ugly ones. AKA original Tub Buddies, and I said that they don't really disintegrate, as people say. That's only like half true, because if you put your hand in the wrong way, boom, they're gone. Also, I can feel dirt getting on my hands. That's nice. Sudsy Dog, very attractive with the completely black eyes. I really love the original designs of these. They're so good. There's stuff in here, I don't like it, and I'm never going to use this again. It has tears because it's from 1983. Also, the ears, just like every single one of these, are splitting into 3. Just make ears without multiple layers. What? Okay, so there's like a bunch of different crumbs on my hand. Where do these come from? There's glitter. I can't show it because it's way too small to see, but also I need to stop the camera. Okay, we have a slightly better one, except I just realized there's a massive tear that I don't remember, but I guess I can't say I'm surprised. This is a weird one because they never made it again. The chicken, which actually looks like a normal L&L puppet, just faded and torn, and this. I don't remember that being as bad, but I guess sitting in a bin really does damage to, I don't know. Or I think is it a rooster or a chicken? I don't know. None of them came in the box, or the package, so I wouldn't know, but I know this has been seen in the box / package before, so. One of the better Tub Buddies ones, that's about all I'll say. Now to put it away and watch it die. Okay, another really weird one. Does anyone hear that? Okay, Soapy Bear, but I don't even know how to describe this. There's not many tears, there's that one there. And the ears are surprisingly intact compared to every other puppet in this set. Of course, we got the very lovely black pupils, which just look so good, honestly. Excellent design choice. It was very bad that L&L decided to change it in, like, probably the 90s. Have we ever seen any L&L puppets from the late 80s or early 90s? Because I know most of them are, like, all around that time. Or outside of that time, I mean. I don't know. I can't tell if the shit on my hand is just rubbing against it, or there's more shit in this that's getting on my hand. I don't know, and I don't want to know, so I'm going to put this away. Also known as throw it in the pile. There it is. Okay. We will be grabbing more puppets. And to not get demonetized, I will not show my face, because I think that's what matters. I don't know. For some reason, half of these puppets are monkeys. I don't know why. So I technically have 4 Janes, because I didn't count the Japanese. We will review that now. The good news is there's no glitter in this one. So, yay. But at the same time, it looks like this, so... You know, I didn't think it could get worse than World Music Chain, but this has proven me wrong. It's so ugly. To be fair, it is fair as fuck, but whatever. It even got the flower. Yeah. Okay. My absolute favorite puppet. Screw the Queen, screw the Nurse, screw the Jester, screw Kid2 Neptune, screw Kid2 Bard. Nothing will ever beat the X-Ray. Absolute classic. Amazing puppet. Way better than any animal puppet, even like the octopus or the original monkey. It's so good. And you can't, I don't think you can rip this thing, well actually, you can rip this thing off for sure, but then you would just be naked, so what's that for? There's some gunk on the back, but not like I care, it's the X-Ray. He's even got hands. Thank God. Amazing puppet. Although, to be fair, it's not like there are a whole lot of animals for X, except for X-Ray fish, which I mentioned in the last video. Okay, we have the... Fuck. Okay. We have the yak, which is just a cow with hair, basically, in, like, tan, and also has this, for some reason. Which, like... Huh? I know Boston has this one. It was in the video that we all found, like, in, like, 2017, and then Chitter Pants. I don't have anything to say about this one. Really good puppet. One of my favorites. Not the all-time favorite. Nothing beats like the X-Ray or Kid2 Neptune, but it's a Kid2 Reindeer, which is very good, honestly. Like, does not look weird at all. It's also like super weird texture, like the closest to plastic you can get in a puppet. Because it's like stiff, but at the same time you can move its mouth fine, so like whatever. It's also super dirty, like all around. But, oh no, it's the Kids 2 reindeer, not like I have pre-Disney in good condition. We have yet another Jane. This is our last Jane review. I could do a whole 15-minute video on my Jane puppets, but personally I'm good. Manners the monkey, which is kind of weird since the whole set is about manners and this one is just all the manners, I guess. It is just Jane. End of story. Like, nothing at all. It's a little lighter than my other two. Well, not counting Japanese, but it is in good condition, and I really wish you could tear these off, but I asked Davey go, and he said no, so I wasn't gonna try. Unless you wanted to stitch brown fabric over it, but I'm good. I don't care enough. Okay, we need to grab more puppets. Oh, no, not that. We do not need to fuck up the camera. We're just gonna grab the rest of this row over here. Some of these are in really good condition. Well, actually, they're not that bad. Okay. Almost done-ish. We have the pre-Disney horse, which is just the pre-Disney horse. Nothing interesting at all. It's got one very, very, very tiny tear right here. Nothing else. I got it from Brandon B. It is not special. Sorry. I can't make fun of it or praise it. It's just a horse. Yeah. Okay, this one might be a little more interesting. I'm not sure. The raccoon, which is just like, ugh. I know we've seen a version of this without the ABC thing, and it was like a little more dark and purple for some reason. Well, I think we all know why, but it's weird. They're uglier, I'll say that. That's one thing. But it's just, yeah, it's just weird. I can't say anything more. Okay, the best named puppet of all time, if I do say so myself. Also, a very hard one to get on. Selfish. Fairly good name. I guess he's a dick. So we might have to give him a punishment. It is Wanda Fish, but green and kind of ugly, but only kind of. Both the eyes are not actually 100% stitched on. Kind of a weird way to get it in because it's just the fins. It's also got this really cool hairdo apparently. I don't know if that's a hairdo or just like a beard. It's one of the two, but you were so selfish you get to be thrown into the dog bed. Or not. You missed. Okay, the purple cow, which might be kind of important. Oh my god, can you shut up? This is what I was talking about with the whole purple fading, because you can see it's starting to get a little white, like, all through it. It's not in amazing condition, but it's not in bad condition either. I don't remember all these tears being here. I do remember the ears being not stitched on very well. But I don't remember it being this bad. It's still fine by puppet standards, because there are some people's where it is just like this part all the way through. And somehow they still have them. I can't think of any specific examples except for like half of Cameron's. Luckily not Morris Moose, but at the same time, unfortunately not Morris Moose, so who knows. I'm pretty sure they're still disliking my videos even though we've avoided conflict for like 4 months. I haven't done anything to them at all. Spot Dalmatian, which looks perfectly normal from this side, maybe a couple tears here and there, like this one's, the mouth's really wanting to tear, but hasn't yet. There's a really tiny one right there, if you see it. But then you look from this side and no ears. So yeah. The ear just immediately came off when I got it. It was hanging on by a thread and I just cut that thread. Like, it wasn't even worth it. I think I still have the ear in a junk drawer, thank God. So yeah, it's a weird. If only it had its ear. It's also kind of flimsy, like it's one of those that feels like it's gonna die in your hand. It looks kind of smaller than a lot of the other L&L ones, but I don't think it actually is. It's probably because of its ear. How sad. Anyways, we need to stop the camera. Okay, we have... I forgot who this one is. I honestly don't remember. Can anyone help? I think it might be the fish from A Little Adventure. Yeah, I have nothing to say. It's pre-Disney Vincent, it's in good condition, except for that. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. We have the other cow, which is the ABC version, and its mouth is a little too big. I have reviewed this one before. It is in good condition. No tears except for kind of color fading right on that spot, if you see, from the CC. One more row, and I think I saw my camera only has 3 minutes left of recording, so I'm probably going to have to go empty the SD card for a sec. But I'll wait until it forces me out to do that. Let's grab more puppets and throw the fish back. Jesus. Okay. We have puppets. Shockingly. The hippo, which... It's got like this weird brown effect. I can't tell if it's dirt, because when you look at it from a different angle, the dirt just kind of goes to the angle you're looking at, so it's really hard to tell. I don't even know what that is, but it's in relatively good condition. Have fun getting this, more importantly. There's a very big tear right there. Yeah. One of my favorites, again, there's just so many good puppets here, like X-Ray, the Nurse, all those. This one is just expertly designed. I mean, I think it has the best design out of any puppet here. The octopus. It does not look weird at all. It looks perfectly mentally healthy. It might have a little bump in its head. There's no tentacle here, by the way. Oh no. It's just so good. I can't even explain. You can just see it for yourself. Honestly, just a really good puppet. I will never let it die. Okay, we have a relatively boring one. Okay, fine, it's not boring. I just don't care for it for obvious reasons. It's the unicorn, and it has the worst example of top half being way too big for your hand. Because it's like double the size of your thumb. Seriously. Nobody's index or middle or whatever finger's longest finger is double the size of their thumb. And I can confirm that I am not one of those people either. The eyes are yellowed, which I'm not sure is intentional or not. And my camera has 5 seconds of recording left, so goodbye, but I'll be back. Okay, we're back after deleting some raw files of old reviews that we don't need, and we also have a new guest. A weird one next. Just like, what? This is another one with a bunch of gunk inside it, and I hate it. Oh. Hey! Fuck you. Okay. He's gone, but he managed to get 20 seconds of screen time, so good job. I don't know what to say about this one. Pterodactyl, and it's just... particularly bad condition, just looks like a mess. It's got a dildo over here, which I'm sure is, you know, just accurate scientific-ish feature, but whatever. I hate this one. It was in Scottsdale, Arizona, so I paid $9 for it. It was just listed as dinosaur puppet, and it's another one with a gunk inside it. And I'm going to take it off now, because me no like gunk. This is black gunk. Ugh. Okay. We have the second insect, which I will always call iguana. This is the one with the pinkish mouth. For some reason, I don't know if it's like stains or purposely that way. It's slightly darker. That's about it. And also these I know these on the other one are like super light. Almost, I think it might be white, but no, and the wings look the same. Yeah, just, oh, also I noticed it only has one of the antenna, I think. So if you look at it from this angle, it just looks like a big-eyed bonkers or some shit. Okay, we've got like 10 puppets left, and half of them are tub buddies and ugly and probably gunky. Okay, let's grab more. Ugh. We'll do the two that aren't tub buddies first. We have, the first one is the wolf, which has some tub buddy remnants on it, apparently. It's the fox, but with teeth and very slightly ugly, honestly. I feel like we didn't really need these things, I don't know. But at the same time, I don't know how it would look without them, so who knows. But yeah, this is a cool one because there's no other version of this besides for the one in the set, so yeah. Definitely one of the better ones, and not Kids 2 Neptune. This one is not important at all. It's pretty common. Nobody ever wants it. It's not interesting. However, it is very easy to get on your hand without tearing it. The dolphin. Definitely one of the cooler ones. That's right, patient porpoise. This looks like this, but if you're filming it, it won't be as big of a deal. Luckily. So just film it like this and it won't be too noticeable. Keep in mind too, because if you do this angle like in Mozart, it looks like shit. But it's not that bad of, it's not as bad of a tear as it looks, because you can't get your finger through this at all unless you have very sharp fingernails. Or you could do like Mozart did and just dangle it without actually putting your hand in it. I don't know why they did that. Okay, we're on to tub buddies and pain, more importantly. Come on, fucking. The Triceratops. Why do they make this? It's in okay condition. I mean, it's flimsy as fuck, but only a few minor tears. And there's also a few at the bottom. The whole like mane in the back is just all screwed up, but not actually in bad condition at all. One of the better ones by 1983 puppet standards. I need to wash my hands after this. Okay, we have another very obscure one. I feel like Disney might have liked this puppet, but definitely the specific version. Drizzle, that's its name. It looks weird, and the tongue is just into like what? Apparently low battery, but I know it lasts for at least 10 minutes, so I think we're good. But I'll go quick. It's barred. Sorry, Drizzle. This one's weird. I know Mason has it. I think he might have sold it. I don't remember. Also, the gunk. The gunk is very bad in this one. It's Misty Mouse. Looks just like the one in Van Gogh and Galileo and Santa. What? Brown eyes. It's these things. The ears aren't doing too good. Only a few minor tears though. Like very minor. But it's just ugly. I mean, look at it. What is this? Okay, so this next one might be kind of rare. You're definitely gonna see it again in the near future. And again, it's not too good with the gunk. Yeah, the sort of the red-nosed reindeer with one antler. It's weird and cool, and I wish it was a real thing, but it technically is just the weird. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, it's got one of the antlers. The other, I know the other, I think, came off shortly after. You can see where it was. Yeah. Okay, let's grab the remaining 6 puppets. I'm gonna hide my face because I don't want YouTube to demonetize me, because I think that's why. Unless they think my voice is like a 6-year-old, which, as of now, I would not consider it is, but a year ago, yeah, it definitely was. Okay, let's do the 2 non-Tub Buddies ones really quick. This is the B. It is in good condition. It is from Brandon B. Well, a good condition and a few random coffee stains. No tears, though, is what I'm saying. The mouth is kind of weird, but not in a bad way. More coffee stains. I don't know why I'm assuming it's coffee. Yeah, not the rarest, but... Okay, I could go on about this one for a lot longer. People usually do. It's the duck, and Corey sent me it. There was the whole shit with that. I'll go into that in quote-unquote summer toy review, even though it includes May and September. But, yeah, I was originally gonna get the mini orbiter with this, but it ended up just being the Machine Ball Factory and this for 50 bucks, which is still a ridiculously good deal, since most people paid like the 130 for their Machine Ball Factories. One thing I have to say, please, please don't buy a DMP puppet. They're not worth it. This is not worth more than like $40. It's not that special. Seriously. Just don't pay that much for puppets overall. Also, there's this thing in the back that prevents your hand from going too far back, which I like. It also feels very wet. I don't know how to feel about that. It's just like, I don't know how to call it. I gotta put it back in, or else it'll be weird. Okay. We have, I'm pretty sure this is Slick Shark and not Steggy Stegosaurus, but I don't know. Ugh. Just looks so bad. No, not really any tears. I mean, a few here, and not in this thing, which is clearly the fin, so it is Slick Shark. I found it online. But why is it red? Like, what the fuck? I know there's a like cyan version, like the LNL one, which have fun getting. But yeah, it's a weird. End of story. We have another. This is my all-time favorite puppet. I love it. It's a great puppet, and it's old-ass Tub Buddies, and it's got a bunch of gunk in it, too. I mean, it just... Bob and Bunny, and the ears are just... Look at this. It's so good. They're not split into 5 different layers at all. Okay, I'm petitioning for 1-layer ears, because when it's not, look what happens. It's ugly. Very ugly, even uglier than the regular LNL one. It's got tears. Tears galore. Well, actually, not really. Could be a lot worse. But then there's the ears. I am stuck with the curse of Bubbles elephants in very, very bad condition. Like, you saw the other one, which is just unusable because it was covered with mud. And then there's this one, which, look at the ears. It's just like Bob and Bunny. It's so bad. No dirt or whatever the fuck was on the other one, though. But still, it's just, and it's got that same weird trunk stitching. One more puppet, and it's a weird one for last. It's Splashy Kitty, which they decided to never make again. Ever. No matter what. You know, I would have liked to see this one redone, but nope, we get this. And it's weird, and there's tears galore. Like, I actually mean it this time. Tears there, tears there, tears everywhere. It's not in horrendous condition for an old-ass puppet, but... in, like, bluish green eyes with just, like, why? Okay, so that was relatively painful, but I did it. I reviewed all the puppets and Kids 2 Neptune, and I just tore this part while taking it off. Nice. This one was in decent condition when it came, but it got really bad really quick, so yeah. I will be busy for a few days, but next week expect Kinetic Collection and or summer toy review with like all the shit I've gotten the past few months. It won't be as big as you would think, just know that. So, before my camera dies and stops recording, goodbye.